Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So we're here today in a new location because there's a lot of kids here today. Well, mine, and I'm sure a few others will show up. We are in the midst of winter break, so they're a little too loud for me to be down by all of my books. The second reason is we're in the process of moving things around so that my bookshelves can go in. So it's a bit of a mess down there. So I'm recording up here from my bedroom, my little reading corner. I love this. I have this super soft blanket back here, and I hide here every so often. So we're just gonna go with it from here. So I brought a bunch of books up here. Hopefully it's quiet enough and I can get through this without being interrupted. We'll see. I mean, it's the life of having 3 kids. What's gonna happen? You never know. All right, so today is BookList Thursday, and BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of thoughts, some sort of book ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. And today is our first BookList Thursday of 2020, which is, oh my gosh, so incredible. So we're super excited. We have some really good things planned for this year, for this month. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, so today's focus is kind of books from our backlist that we really want to read this year. I know myself as well as Sarah have quite the shelves full of books that we've both talked about how we really need to get through them and focus on, I guess, getting through our backlist. So in honor of that, our first BookList Thursday, let's talk about the books I want to read from before. So these are older. Some aren't super old, some are old, all over the place. It's just, these are the ones that I really want to get to this year that are on my backlist. Number 1 is Wondersmith, The Calling of Morgan Crow. This is by Jessica Townsend. This is the second book to the Nevermore series. I read the Nevermore book earlier in 2019 and fell in love with it. It's a middle grade book. It gives me Harry Potter vibes, but it's really like, you can't compare it to Harry Potter, but it does kind of that same thing Harry Potter did, where it takes me into this world. I get completely invested in these characters. It's just fun, it's whimsical, it's a blast. So Nevermore follows our main character, Morgan Crow, and she is a cursed child. So she's so cursed that even just being in the same room as her could bring you bad luck. And she is kind of scheduled to die at midnight on her 11th birthday. What's really awesome is that she kind of gets saved. Well, not kind of. She does get saved on her 11th birthday and is taken to Nevermore. And who takes her? I can't think of his name. Jasper J. It's just with a J. But basically he comes to her and says, hey, you have the option of staying here and you die, or come with me and go live in Nevermore. So she does. And she gets kind of sponsored as one of the kids that's really trying to get in to this academy to become a Wondersmith. So it's a fantastic ride. I really want to get to the second book. It should go really fast, honestly, even though it's pretty thick, but definitely is on my list. The next one I have on my list is just basically because I love this author and I haven't picked up a book by her in a while, and it's A Fall of Marigolds by Susan Meisner. Susan Meisner wrote Every Last Breath. Wow, I am having a hard time remembering things today. She wrote, let's see, Secrets of a Charmed Life, which I loved. I think it was, and Bridge Across the Ocean, with its few that I know. But this is kind of the next one that I'm interested in. And this kind of, there's dual timelines. It centers around 9/11. So we have September of 1911 on Ellis Island. Nurse Clara Wood can't face returning to Manhattan, where the man she loved fell to his death in the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. Then, while caring for a fevered immigrant whose own loss mirrors her, she becomes intrigued by a name embroidered on one of the scarves that he carries and finds herself caught in a dilemma that compels her to confront the truth about the assumptions she's made. September 2011, on Manhattan's Upper West Side, widow Taryn Michaels has convinced herself that she's living fully, working in a charming specialty fabric store and raising her daughter alone. Then a long-lost photograph appears in a national magazine, and she's forced to relive the terrible day her husband died in the collapse of the World Trade Towers. The same day, a stranger reached out and saved her, but a chance reconnection and a century-old scarf may open Taryn's eyes to the larger forces at work in her life. Susan Meisner, I love the way she writes. She does a fantastic job with historical fiction. I just can't believe I haven't picked that up yet. The next one I have, shouldn't be a surprise, it's kind of been on my lists lately, and I am honestly kind of picking it up soon, is The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. She wrote The Night Sister, which I absolutely fell in love with this last October. I read it. I don't want to know too much about it, just I went in blind to The Night Sister, and I feel like that made it better. So all I know is on the back it says some secrets never die. I'm sure it'll be creepy. I'm sure it'll be crazy, mysterious, all of the good things that The Night Sister had. I've actually heard from a lot of you that you liked The Winter People better than The Night Sister. So here's to hoping it's fantastic. I'm not excited I have a mass market paperback version of this. It was probably one of those, either I grabbed it out of a free little library, which is what I'm thinking I did. Yeah, because it's been read before, so I probably just grabbed it out of there. Which, who can pass up a free book, right? All right, the next few, this one is kind of, because I keep getting yelled at that I haven't read this book yet, is Home If You Don't Know the Words by Bianca Maras. I know this takes place during the apartheid in South Africa. 1970s Johannesburg, and that's about all I know. I've just been told it's phenomenal and it's amazing and I'm going to love it by multiple people, so it is on my list. It's on my goals. The last book I have is one, again, I picked up from a free little library, and it's one that I continue to see either in Instagram or on Goodreads or on BookTube, so it keeps kind of catching my eye, and this just came out this last May, and it's The Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. This is historical fiction, and it follows Franny Langton, who is on trial for murdering her employers. She is a servant and former slave, is accused of murdering her employer and his wife, and it moves from a Jamaican sugar plantation to London. She can't remember what happened, and there's all these accusations. She's being called a witch, she's being all of this stuff, and it just kind of follows her trial. I've heard great things about this. I love this cover for some reason, so this one is also on my list. So there are my kind of 5 books that I really want to get to in 2020. I should keep these, and I need to keep these on a separate shelf, otherwise I'm going to lose track of them for sure, and let you know kind of what I think about them. I don't know, I'm excited about them. So let me know below, what are some backlist books that you're really looking forward to reading in 2020? Are you trying to read off of your shelves more? Because I certainly am. But let's talk about it below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And don't forget, head over to Sarah's channel, Sarah's Nightstand, links below, and check out what books she picked that she wants to read off of her backlist. And enjoy. So I'll see you next time. Bye.